Okay, today we're gonna make the pages for our book. So what you're gonna need is 3 black pieces of paper, and I'm gonna show you how to make the preliminary base. First thing you're gonna do is fold it in half like a book, match up the straight side, not just the corners. Always fold in the middle first and fold up and down. Now you're gonna open that up, you're gonna repeat the same thing, but this time you're going to do it horizontally. Match up that straight side, fold in the middle first, and then side to side. So that is book, open, book. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is flip it over. I call this pancake because you have to flip over a pancake. You want this fold, the triangle fold, to be on the opposite side. You're only gonna do one. So I'm gonna take the bottom up to the top, match up that corner, fold it right in the center first, and then slide it left and right. Now it may not be exactly perfect because I cut them. So I'm gonna put this up like a saddle. You can see it looks like a saddle. And very quickly, you're just gonna poke it right in the middle. And what happens is it reverses this part. So these triangles will come together, and I'll just hold them closed. And then I call this part ducky because you're like a duck, and you're gonna just close that part very easily. You're gonna do the same thing with the next one. You can do 2 at the same time. I don't recommend 3. Fold it in the center, so that's book, open, book, open, don't forget pancake, triangle, put it up like a saddle, poke it in the belly, boop, right in the center. I'm gonna take these apart, bring those triangles together, hold them just flat, and close, ducky, quack. Okay, now to glue them together, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have the openings in separate directions. So I'm gonna take this one and put it underneath this one here. If you put it on top, sometimes they come apart. So I'm gonna open this up, and I'm just gonna glue this square right here. I'm gonna use glue stick, and when you use glue stick, you wanna go back and forth 1, 2, 3 times. Don't get it too close to the edges. 1, 2, 3, maybe a little bit in the center. I'm gonna have them facing each other. This one's gonna go underneath, overlap, close. Now the one on top is facing to the left, so I want the one on the right to face towards the right. It doesn't matter which one you glue, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue this one. Remember, glue stick, you need 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you only glue the middle, it's gonna come apart, so make sure you get those outside edges. Doesn't even matter if you do the inside. Make sure it's back together. You're gonna put this part underneath, okay? So the way it should open is like this. Now the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna start getting your pages ready. So if you already have squares done, you can go ahead and cut them out. You're gonna need 12. If you have a whole design, what I'm gonna do is turn it over to the back. I'm gonna take my tracer or a ruler and do those 5-inch squares. So I'm just gonna put it right at the corner so I have enough. I'm just gonna cut a couple to show you how to do this. Put it right at the edge. You don't have to trace that bottom side. Then you're gonna cut these out. Of course, you'll have more squares than I do. Now on the square places, you're gonna glue your whole square. When you get to the ones where it's the 2 triangle pieces, you will have to fold your square in half and cut it so that you have 2 triangles. So let's say this was my design. I'm going to open up my page inside of my book. I'm going to use my liquid glue. You want these pages to stay inside. So you're gonna take a dip, wipe it on the lip so you don't have too much, and add liquid glue, especially with that watercolor paper. You want something really strong. I don't have to glue it in the center if I glue the edges. And then my rectangle will center. You'll have a 1/2 inch on each side. Try not to have any glue. Now, whenever I glue to the triangle piece here, if this were my design, I'm gonna fold it in half like a triangle, cut that piece, and then I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna glue one over here and one over here, so there's plenty of room for the fold. Okay, so I have solid, 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 solid in the centers. You'll have 4 whole ones, and then you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we'll need 10 squares. So 4 of them will be solid without cutting, and then 6 of them will be cut in half like triangles. If we run out of time at the end of class, make sure you get a paper clip and paper clip all your pieces. And then tomorrow we will finish this up and we will start on the covers. Always write your name and your code. Period 2 if you're period 2, period 5 or period 6, dash, and then your table number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. So let's say I'm table 1. Put everything together so that you don't lose all your pieces, and then it'll be ready for tomorrow.